Hello, welcome to POV Podcast. Today, our topic for discussion is abuse in relationship and marriages. I would like to introduce my panel,
I'm Samuel here. After here.
Abigail. Today's topic will be linked to a real life situation. I mean, a story that has been circulating in the internet for years now, for since 2022, if I can recall, yes. And I'm reading from a credible source, BBC Online. Let's get into the details of the story. Husband of the late Nigerian gospel singer sentenced to death. The widow of the popular Nigerian singer, Osinachi, has been sentenced to death by hanging in connection with her death 3 years ago. The 42-year-old singer was initially said to have died of throat cancer before her family went public with allegations of domestic violence. They accused her husband, Peter, of abusing the music artist, which ultimately led to her death. A judge convicted him of 23 charges, including homicide, and gave him the maximum sentence for the crime. So, this story here is a very heartbreaking story, and I don't wish for anyone to go through such a tragedy like this. And it gives me a lot of questions, like a lot of thoughts in my head. There are so many comments and a lot of views from people. So I have a few selected questions for my panelists I would like to ask them. So my first question is, what are the different types of abuse that can occur in a relationship or marriage?
Oh, okay. So with my point of view, we have the physical and emotional and sexual abuse. These headlines, I'll go with the physical abuse because the husband was beating her up and down and like the whole and treating her back. Because she was a gospel artist, so she couldn't voice it out.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
This led to the death of her whatever.
My next question is, how can societal or cultural beliefs contribute to the normalization of abuse?
Okay, thank you, Hilda. In our society, we all believe that men have the power over women. So whatever was going on in that relationship, I think the woman was rather protecting the husband over the marriage. That was what really happened. And then that within that marriage, she was not able to voice out things to the public.
My next question is, how can family or friends support someone they suspect of being abused?
Okay, so I say you listen without judging. If someone comes to you with a problem, in a marriage or anything, you don't have to use what the person has said to judge him or her, because when you do that, next time when there's something like very serious, he or she wouldn't feel comfortable coming to tell you because the person probably think you're going to use it to change it.
Yes. Let's get into it. Who suffers the most in abusive relationship?
I would say everyone, children, and the men and women. The children in marriages. Yeah, the children depends on their parents for their attitude, and the Bible even says children obey your parents in the law, for this is true, right? And with the men really suffer. I'll say they really suffer, but they can't voice it out because they are seen as men, and they say in account like they might sue. So if there is something going on in the marriage, you can't say it, but if you are to voice out, it will be like you are the man and you allow the woman to overpower you. The woman who is supposed to be submissive and you be the dominant. And with the women, they suffer, they really suffer. Women suffer the most.
Okay.
With that, I'll say men are portrayed as strong and women are as weak, and women are also as submissive, and men are as dominant. This results in power imbalance.
Okay.
Men having more power over the women.
Okay, so my next question is, why do some victims of abuse stay in the relationship or marriage?
Okay, thank you, Miss Hilda.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think the victims the victim decide to stay in an abusive marriage or relationship because some depend on their abuser.
Okay.
Yes, for financial support. So leaving the marriage, they don't have the resources to leave. Yeah,
So you are saying they are not fully dependent.
Yes.
Okay, so they are still relying on the party.
The abuser.
Okay. What are some responsible ways media could portray abuse to educate rather than to entertain?
The media need to play a crucial role in educating the public about relationship abuse, no matter the gender, whether women or men or children. What the media need to do is to focus on a key role that will help us educate the general public about the negative effect of relationship abuse.
Does the media show the long-term effects of abuse, or does it focus only on immediate violence?
Okay, I would like to answer this question. To my opinion, I would say yes. Although when there is abuse, you see a lot of focusing on the immediate acts of violence, like how the bad thing happened, the fight, the immediate harm and stuff. But still, there are some media that talk about the long-term effects. Yeah. You see a documentary where they are showing somebody is telling his or her story, how abuse of years has
Affecting the
affected
lives.
the life of today, and you hear a new story how some people survive from the abuse they went through.
Okay.
So let's talk about Machuku's story.
Okay.
I think there is a long term effect in it, because during the incident they said she was dead through cancer.
Yes.
So if the family and other people didn't come out to voice out that, oh no, this is not what happened, this is because she was going through some emotional and physical abuse that lead to her death. Like you wouldn't know. So
Yes.
I think there was long term.
Children who witness abuse at home may feel scared and sad, and can also affect their school performance, behavior, and even mental health. And in the long term, may even affect their own personal relationship.
Okay.
Can I add?
Moving on to my last final question. Do you think media representations of abuse tend to exaggerate or downplay the reality of the issue? Why is it so?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hilda. I'll tackle my question, but before then, let me add up to what you were saying. Considering how it will affect the children in the home. You see, despite everything, despite the sadness, they are affecting their education, the government to take care of them. You know, it has also rendered them orphans, because their mother is dead and their father too has now been hanged to them. So automatically they are orphans now, which I don't think any child would like to go through. I don't think any child would like to go through that. We don't wish that for any child. So to me, I think abuse is not a good thing. Now to answer my question, yes, I think the media exaggerates and then downplays abuse in relationships.
So, on the issue of how gender stereotypes influence the media's portrayal of victims and abusers, my point of view is that the media reinforces gender stereotypes in crime coverage. Women are shown as helpless, while male victims are often ignored. Male abusers are portrayed as aggressive, reinforcing ideas of power, while female abusers are depicted as manipulative rather than violent. These portrayals, I think, shape public perception and may influence legal outcomes. In Ghanaian media, the male perpetrators often dominate crime reports, thereby reinforcing societal biases about violence and victimhood. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for an interactive session.
Thank you for having us.
On that note, we are drawing the curtains on this show.